Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Pokemon fans of the world, MegaCrasher is here, and I want to present you guys with a video that is very much long overdue. So I want to apologize for the very long wait for this video. I always say better late than never, so please don't need choke me for this. But this video is going to be talking about hyper training and about my overall thoughts and opinions on hyper training, what we know about it so far, and how it's actually very helpful competitively when it comes to Pokemon battling. So with that being said, let's talk about what is hyper training first of all. Woo! So what is hyper training, ladies and gentlemen? Well, hyper training is going to be a new feature introduced in Pokemon Sun and Moon, and like super training being introduced in X and Y, hyper training is going to be focusing on the stats of your Pokemon. Now, right quick, going back to super training that was introduced in X and Y, it was a program that allowed for you to focus on your Pokemon's EVs, being your effort values. So say if you want to increase your speed and attack, you would be able to do that with the use of super training by going through different exercises and being able to train your Pokemon's EVs to your heart's content. Now, for hyper training, they take that a step further, because this actually allows for you to modify and train your Pokemon's IVs, your individual values, to your heart's content. So if you catch a bad Pokemon with really bad IVs, well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen, with the use of hyper training, you take that bad Pokemon and you turn it into a good Pokemon with IVs being 31 across the board. And I just gotta say that with a feature like this is going to make Pokemon, as far as competitive goes, so much more fun and so much more easier. Now, of course, hyper training doesn't come without its challenges, because in order for you to use hyper training to begin with, the Pokemon that you want to hyper train has to be at level 100. So you can imagine how much grinding you're going to have to go through in order for that Pokemon to be hyper trained. But of course, you want to know something that's going to make hyper training that much more worth it, and that's going to draw you that much more closer to the Pokemon that you build up to hyper train. Such as, for example, if you want to go all the way back to the beginning of your Pokemon Sun and Moon journey and take your starter Pokemon and train that Pokemon up to level 100 and then hyper train it so that way its IVs don't suck and it's going to rule the world, such as when I get Popplio and I train that Pokemon up to level 100 and I hyper train it, it is going to be the best Pokemon in the game, no doubt. Now, something else that we ought to know about hyper training is the fact that it takes bottle taps in order for you to hyper train your Pokemon. So that means that training your Pokemon up to level 100, simply put, ain't good enough. You need to have access to bottle taps. Now, how we get bottle taps, I don't know. Of course, we can get a bottle tap from Magearna in an event in Pokemon Sun and Moon, but other than that, we don't know how we get bottle caps, and we don't know how common or how rare that item is going to be. It is definitely, no doubt, going to be a sought-after item, and I also gotta say that this, on top of hyper training, is going to be very amazing for legendary Pokemon, in which, unlike other Pokemon that you can IV breed, you can't breed legendaries. So that means that you can take a legendary Pokemon with crappy IVs and you can actually turn it into a beast with solid 31 IVs across the board. And I just gotta say, that is going to be absolutely amazing for when I capture Lunala, and I make that thing a beast as well! Now, before I end this video, there is something that I would like to talk about in defense of hyper training, because I remember when hyper training was first introduced, there was some people that kind of kicked up a big stink about it, and there was a certain individual that had made a video, actually 2 videos, complaining about it, and I'm just thinking, whoa, hold up a second, man. We don't know much about hyper training, man. Why are you hating? Why are you crying already about it? See, here's the thing. I understand that not everyone is going to be a fan of every single little feature in the game. I understand that, okay? I completely understand that. But here's the thing. In my opinion, and I could be completely wrong about this, but in my opinion, hyper training is actually a very good thing if you want to reduce things like cheating and hacking in Pokemon, at least as far as competitive goes. Because here's the thing, it's like one of the biggest problems in competitive play for Pokemon is hacking. I mean, let's be real here. Now, the thing of it is that one of the biggest reasons why people end up hacking their Pokemon to begin with is so that their Pokemon can have the desired IVs of choice. but with hyper training remedying the problem of IVs, don't you think that's going to reduce the risk of cheating and hacking? I'd say so. And in fact, it's going to actually encourage more cleaner play, in my opinion. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to waste too much of your guys' time talking about that bit on hyper training, because we all have our differences and opinions, and the best thing that we can do at the end of the day is respect and try to understand where everyone is coming from when they have different opinions. Now, I just gotta say that in past games, I have in fact cheated and hacked my Pokemon, such as through the use of Pokegenning and PK Hex and all that stuff. But for Pokemon Sun and Moon, I want to take a completely different approach. Or actually, it's not completely different for me, because I have gone through Pokemon X and Y before when it came to being completely clean and just going by the book and all that stuff. I'm going to be trying that out for Pokemon Sun and Moon just to kind of have a bit more of a refreshed perspective when it comes to people that choose to be clean and choose to not use things like PK Hex and Pokegen to hack and modify their Pokemon. Now, I would just like to say that I got zero problem with people who choose to hack and gen their Pokemon. Hell, I've done it before, so I literally have no room to talk and complain against it. You know what I'm saying? But I want to try out something a little bit different for Pokemon, at least as far as competitive goes in Sun and Moon. So, with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end this video off right here. It actually took a lot less time than I thought it would to make a video like this. Thought it'd be longer. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, make sure you fire off a like. Let's see if we can aim for 20 likes. And if you want more content like this, make sure you rate, comment, share this video, and subscribe today to MegaCrasher on the community for the best, and I mean, my God, the best Pokemon Sun and Moon news hype that there is today on YouTube, and just overall the best hype and entertainment that you can find when it comes to Pokemon content in a Pokemon community, in a Pokemon channel on YouTube! Because you already know the deal by now, my friends. When we're community type hashtag is one, you know that we shine brighter than the sun and the moon combined. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next upload!